I have a confession. I had a Wii, a GameCube, but I never played a solo Mario game in my whole life. So you're telling me you've never played a Mario game? Like Mario Sunshine? Nope. Paper Mario? Don't know what that is. What did you even play then? I was killer at the like Wii balance board games. Look out, I was a pro. Oh my god, that sounds so boring. Well, I was gonna go sit down and watch the Mario movie. You wanna watch it with me? You do that. I'm gonna go play Mario Odyssey for like the 15th time. So wait, that's not reassuring. Is this a bad movie? Okay, bye. I guess we're gonna figure out what kind of movie this is. So let's go. That is what he says, right? Because then I look like a big doofus. If that's not, does he say that? Did I say the thing? This is my kind of movie right now. All right. We got two armies duking it out for glory and power. All right, what's gonna happen? You know, that one's kind of on me. I should have expected that from a studio that had made the Minions movie in the past. This is the humor we're gonna get in this movie, isn't it? So, Bowser gets the star for some reason. Then we cut to Brooklyn where we meet our main characters, Mario and Luigi, as they try to get their dreams off the ground of becoming plumbers. And it feels like everyone in this universe thinks that plumbers is the equivalent of being a content creator. Even Mario and Luigi's dad kind of says,
"You don't leave a steady job for some crazy dream."
Does the dude not know what plumbers do? Like, plumbing is a stable job. Wherever there's water pipes, there are plumbers there to fix the problem. You can't just like wake up one day and be like, hey, I'm gonna be a plumber. No, you need to have like a license. And in order to get said license, you either have to go to trade school or you have to do an apprenticeship for like a really long time. When you take that into consideration, it actually makes it even funnier when you think about these parents paying Mario and Luigi to go to trade school and they're still like, Mamma mia, I help you pay to get to trade school and this is what you do to me, huh? This is what you and your brother decide to do? You decide to be plumbers? Mamma mia! Mario leaves and probably half of you people watching. Now back to the show. Brooklyn is in trouble. There's this weird flood thing going on, which I would say that this is probably like a city problem now, but we're gonna look past that and we're gonna ask the question, so like if the news is saying like, hey, we need someone to help us, then like, is Mario, Luigi, and this guy named Spike the only plumbers in the whole city? How are we saying that this commercial was a bad idea then? Like, they're gonna get so many offers, and it's also cheesy enough for people to be like, oh, I remember that. Now, Mario and Luigi do some like super investigating stuff, and instead of finding the problem, they end up being transported to like another world. Do I know what this name of this world is? No. Luigi goes to some spooky place with like zombie turtles. Like, let me check my notes. They're called Dry Bones? It is a very underwhelming name, but whatever. And then Mario gets transported to like this mushroom kingdom where he meets his new friend Toad. And Toad is voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, and he does a pretty good job in this movie, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed him on screen. He was fun, but I can't fault him for anything because he's from Michigan and I'm from Michigan too. So shout out to the Michiganders out there. So for Mario to go find Luigi, he has to go see Princess Peach for some reason. I guess because she's the only one that has a map. I don't know. Have you ever like asked yourself, hey, what if I took Beth Harmon from the Queen's Gambit and made her Princess Peach? Like, did anyone ask for that? Because I sure as heck didn't. This isn't the role for her. This is a princess that is basically perfect. She can do everything and then some. Is Peach like this in the games? And also, if she's this capable, then how the heck does she always get captured? I don't know, I'm asking you experts out there, please tell me. I don't get it. Speaking of Peach getting captured, let's talk about Bowser. So Bowser's army is made up of, let me check my notes, Goombas, which I'm assuming those are like the muffin top guys, Koopas, which are the tiny turtles. But if they die, then they turn into dry bones? If that's the case, then why does Bowser need a star if he's already got an undead army? I feel like that's one of those details like you can look past. You can just look past it. Because I'm sure Bowser has like an amazing plan for this flippin' star, right? Like he's gonna want like world domination or like just destroy a bunch of stuff.
I will ask their princess to marry me.
You're telling me this punk Ninja Turtle took a star in order to impress Peach? So like, have they ever met? Where did this infatuation even come from? Does Peach know about it? And if so, why hasn't she filed for a restraining order yet? Oh my gosh, I am deeply concerned. I'm willing to accept this for now because Bowser is voiced by Jack Black and Jack Black does an amazing job in this movie. Let's move on, okay? Let's move on. Now for Mario to go and like assist Peach, he has to like do this obstacle course and he is real bad at it. But because his name is in the title and the magic of trying your best, he's able to accompany Peach to go get the Kong army or whatever she's doing.
Come on, guys.
And I guess Toad's going too. Cue the flippin' montage around the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever this flippin' world is called. This is a nice looking movie. Illumination has come far from its first movie being Despicable Me. And I have to say throughout this whole movie, like Peach and Mario have moments where they actually like sit and talk or whatever, but it never really feels like either of them have any chemistry together. I don't know if that's like intentional or if that's just something that I see. Mario is totally in the friend zone and he's been in the friend zone since the very beginning. Bowser hears word of this and he's like, oh my god, they're getting way too chummy, like we're gonna have to figure this out. But he has something that Mario wants, and that is his brother. Thus enters my favorite character, this little star, and I feel like he's the only person that makes sense.
In an insane world, it is the saint who is called crazy.
Like, I will say that I would love to have a philosophical conversation with this little guy because he's awesome. And as much as I'd love to sit here and talk about this little teeny weeny star, we have to get back to the plot at hand. So Mario, Peach, and Toad have made it to their destination and go see King Kong. Wait, no, that's not right. Cranky Kong? And he says, hey, I'll give you my army if Mario beats my son in battle. I don't want to really sit here and talk about Cranky Kong that much because he kind of makes my ears bleed every single time he opens his mouth. What is going on here? He's like just doing a weird, goofy voice. So Mario and Donkey Kong are like duking it out, right? For Mario to win, he has to like turn into a cat or something because that's like a power-up that you get in this game. So they get to like use the Kong army, and instead of using the power of Donkey Kong's pectorals or like their strength or whatever, they decide to get go-karts. And as Mario, Peach, and Toad are making their carts, the song Thunderstruck plays, which I don't think this movie knows what Thunderstruck is all about. It's about a near-death experience, but I guess they only used it because the guitar sounds cool. And this isn't the only time that this movie does this. When we're getting introduced to like Kongland or whatever the frick this is called, like instead of using one of the many tracks that Nintendo has for Donkey Kong, they decide to use a generic 80s song like Take On Me. And I'm not faulting Take On Me, it's a great song, but it literally has nothing to do with what's going on. Like, it's about like this dude leaving after a day or two. So how does that make you think, oh, monkeys? Oh look, they did it in the beginning too, with No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Because they're in Brooklyn. You get it? Don't get me wrong, there are movies out there that do this really, really well. Shrek is one of them, and there is actually a really good video about that in the card above, or the description. But like, finish this one first, and then you can go watch that one, okay? This is where things get rapid fire quick, all right? Are you ready for this? First, what happens is like all of the monkeys and Mario and Peach and Toad go on this rainbow road. And if you're asking me, why is there a random rainbow you can drive in this world? I don't know. Also, why didn't they use this level of transportation the first time? I don't know. I've kind of sort of learned that this movie is just gonna give me more questions instead of answering any of my previous questions. So that's discouraging. Now, due to Bowser's tampering, Peach and Toad and Mario and Donkey Kong get separated. Peach sees Mario and Donkey Kong like free fall, but instead of being like a normal person and like checking to see if they're okay, she just kind of is like, well, I gotta go back to the kingdom and warn everyone. And it really makes me think that Peach was 100% right in the beginning.
He's not important!
So Mario and Donkey Kong are okay, but they get eaten by like a giant fish monster thing, and they have like a kind of sort of nice heart-to-heart about how terrible both of their fathers are. And then Donkey Kong smashes some stuff, and then they find a way out of the giant monster fish thing. So there's that. Back in the Mushroom Kingdom, Bowser shows up and is like, Peach, you gotta marry me. And she's like, okay, sure. And then 2 minutes later, she changes her mind. She beats up Bowser. And then Mario and Donkey Kong show up for some reason. And then they all get transported to Brooklyn. Then Mario, Luigi, and Bowser have the last, like, showdown. They defeat Bowser. Brothers give up their dream career in plumbing and live in the Mushroom Kingdom now. Which I kind of feel like this would be the time for their dad to say this.
You don't leave a steady job for some crazy dream.
But then I feel like that would give too much sense to this movie, because we know the only thing that makes sense in this movie is this little star. Also, the movie's over now, so everyone lives happily ever after until the next one, I guess. So that was a movie where things happened. This movie felt like it was a colorful amusement park ride showing snapshots of the world of Mario, but it never really felt like it was going any deeper than that. It was just kind of like, you see this thing from the games? Like, hey, we put it in a movie. I really kind of thought this movie would give me more understanding as to like who these characters are and why they are here in the first place and what's going on. And due to its very chaotic pacing, it kind of felt like this movie ate 5 pixie sticks and then was on like a sugar high for an hour and a half. By the time the credits rolled, that's when like it crashed. And if that's how it feels to play a Mario game, then I feel like I don't think it's my cup of tea. I asked you guys in the community tab what you guys thought of the movie, and the majority of you liked it, which is awesome and cool. I just want to know if that's from like the nostalgia of playing the game, or because this movie like had a bunch of references. If you enjoyed the movie, I'm not trying to like fault you for liking it or whatever. I'm kind of a person on the outside looking in, and it kind of feels like sometimes that these nostalgic movies are excluding a group of people. And if you're one of those people that's excluded, it kind of feels like you're between two friends that have an inside joke that you don't know anything about. When it comes to movies and TV shows, I don't think they should be like slamming the door on the possibility of like getting new fans out there and being like, hey, here's like a billion references to something. If you know, you know. If you don't, then why the heck are you watching this? I don't really like that approach. It kind of frustrates me. They should be able to cater for the new audience and the old audience alike. So that we can share new memories with new types of people. That's what movies are all about coming together and having a conversation about it, you know? Like what happened to that? So, how was it? It was weird, all right. Those lizard people with the teeny heads and the big bodies. Lizard people? What are you talking about? Watch the one with Chris Pratt. Oh... Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I'm not a big fan of Chris Pratt. That would have been nice to know ahead of time. You didn't ask, so bye. that was a movie that I watched. Question of the day, how many times does this movie use the word Mamma Mia? And is it more than ABBA's song of the same name? I'm actually pretty curious to know. If you're a fan of the Mario games, then like this video. If you're not, then still like it. Helps to level up the channel and tell YouTube that this channel does indeed exist. If you're looking for a video to help power up your film knowledge, then click this video right here. That's all I gotta say about that. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.